Pioneer Elementary. We're in Gilbert, Arizona. We have enrollment at about 450 kiddos. We are a pre-K through sixth grade. We are a targeted title campus, which means 35% of our families, 35% or higher are qualified for free and reduced lunch status. So we do get additional federal funding to have different programs on our campus. And so it's just kind of that overall community feel. The school has been here since 1984. Unfortunately, my first year as principal, COVID hit in the spring. And so through my whole principalship, I feel like it's kind of been COVID pattern. So my first year at the end, we shut down. Beginning my second year, we started in online, but then went into hybrid models. And then finally came out of that the second year into the third year, which, kind of saw the tail end of all the COVID things and everything. And so finally we're into the fourth year. And I think the glass half full approach in everything those 3 years brought was a huge piece of communication. We utilized Google Classrooms, those stuff for curriculum. We went on board with, I believe it was the Buzz platform. It was a Florida virtual platform. So that was a new curriculum that we adopted. But honestly, through the main platform of communicating with our families, our teachers used Class Dojo, they used Remind, we used our Blackboard system within the district, we used our district email. And so through all of those, what we found was a lot of not concerns, but a lot of uncertainty with parents, especially if they had multiple kids on my campus and or a kid here and a kid at the junior high setting, on how to best help support them, especially when they were at home helping them learn. What I learned with Class Dojo and some of the Remind was it provided the two-way communication between families, but it did not provide the school-wide. Class Dojo did have the option when I looked into it, has a school-wide, but then I saw that families had to pay for it on their end if they wanted to access it. And being a targeted school where I know a lot of our families are low socioeconomic, that's the last thing I want to ask is for them to now take on another subscription to join forces with us. Ultimately, how do we build our partnership with our families? That wasn't a feasible option. The other big aha moment was my third year here, this past year, was the increase of, I don't want to say behavior, but just the increase of students coming off their own trauma and coming off their own transition out of COVID and being at home. The more we started to dig into that as a staff and really look at that communication piece and really look at, okay, what was the most taxing part of this year? It was behavior. And so now tagging into our fourth year, my fourth year going is how do we find a solution for that? And that's kind of where my exploration in different platforms took us. I recommend 100% to explore this Bloomz platform. Like I said, I did spend quite a bit of time researching